Christmas Karen? Oh no, you were kind of being a Karen. My friend's words hung in the air, a lead weight sinking into my stomach. Karen? Me? The mere thought sent a shiver down my spine. I prided myself on being understanding, patient, and kind, the antithesis of a Karen. But as I replayed the events of that day at the Apple Store, a knot of doubt tightened in my chest. Could I, someone who swore never to be customer, have become the very thing I dreaded? Ashes and anxiety, life after the fire. To understand, you need to know where I was emotionally. 3 weeks earlier, our house burned down. It was a freak accident, a faulty wire in the attic, that turned our lives into a chaotic mess of insurance claims, temporary housing, and salvaged belongings. The smell of smoke clung to everything, a constant reminder of what we had lost. Stress became my new normal, a constant companion that followed me everywhere. The fire had taken so much more than just possessions. It had stolen our sense of security, our comfort, our home. In its place, it left a raw, exposed nerve that throbbed with anxiety and exhaustion. Every interaction, every task felt magnified, overwhelming. The Apple Store incident, a comedy of errors? So there I was, at the Apple Store, 3 weeks post-fire, desperately trying to replace my ancient laptop. It felt like a Herculean task. The store was bustling with holiday shoppers, the air thick with anticipation and the faint scent of cinnamon. I joined the queue, clutching my number, my heart pounding with a familiar anxiety. When my turn finally came, I explained my situation to the employee, my voice tight with exhaustion. I needed a new laptop, and I needed it now. But the universe, it seemed, had other plans. The system was down. No one could access my information, my Apple ID, nothing. My carefully constructed composure began to crumble. I felt tears pricking at my eyes, my voice rising in frustration. I'm sure I wasn't the picture of patience, but I was hanging on by a thread. After what felt like an eternity, a manager was called. He was polite but unhelpful, offering apologies but no solutions. I left the store empty-handed, my anxiety morphing into a wave of anger and despair. Looking back, I realized that my emotional boundaries were practically non-existent that day. The fire had stripped me bare, leaving me vulnerable and raw. Every interaction, every minor inconvenience felt like an assault on my already fragile state. I didn't have the emotional bandwidth to navigate a frustrating situation with grace. But here's the thing about boundaries. They need to be respected, both our own and those of others. While I was clearly struggling, it's important to remember that the employees at the Apple Store were just doing their jobs. They weren't responsible for the fire, for my stress, for the system being down. Ironically, I spent years working in customer service. I knew the stress, the long hours, the unreasonable demands. I prided myself on my empathy, my ability to de-escalate tense situations, my unwavering patience. I swore I'd never be customer, the one who took their frustration out on someone just trying to do their job. Yet, there I was, on the other side of the counter, feeling the familiar sting of tears welling up as I pleaded for help. It was a humbling experience, a stark reminder that we all have our breaking points. So, was I a Karen that day? The answer, I realize, is complicated. Did I lose my cool? Yes. Did I allow my emotions to get the better of me? Absolutely. Was I rude or disrespectful to the employees? That's where the line gets blurry. My friend, bless her heart, assured me that I was simply having a human moment. She reminded me that it's okay to not be okay, especially after what I had been through. Her words, filled with understanding and compassion, offered a much-needed dose of grace. The experience left me with a renewed sense of empathy, both for those working in customer service and for those struggling with unseen battles. It also served as a powerful reminder of the importance of self-care and setting boundaries, especially during times of stress. While I still cringe at the thought of my behavior that day, I choose to focus on the lessons learned and the opportunity for growth. We all make mistakes, especially when we're hurting. The key is to learn from them, extend grace to ourselves and others, and move forward with a little more understanding and a lot more patience.